Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money on a Thursday, July the 7th. We'll get to some free pick winners for everybody. My free picks, Tim's free picks, your free picks. It is just a free pick Thursday. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring that bell here. Winner free picks. Max Wager, maybe picks or parlays, wherever you're watching. Say hello. Give me a follow, Mr. Sean Higgs, on the Twitter universe if you want to say hello there. What else is there to say? You know what? We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Let's get everything scrolling along here. Let's put on our thinking cap. Like my little thinking cap. I saw this at this way I had wear a hat yo, what's up? Thinking cap time. I like Stranger Things. It was funny. Anyway, 126, 119 plus 1420. 1-3 yesterday in the video. Not good, but we did. It's just one day at a time. We grind it out. We're plus money here for the year. That's all that matters. 42 and 29 with faves. 137 and 98 with totals, which is about 58%. Not too bad. Overall, 309 and 296, or 305 and 305. And again, wins to pushes to losses, plus 1877 or plus 580. Big difference. Shop around. Like the song says. Mama told me you better shop around. So today we'll jump right into some Major League Baseball action. We're going under Yankees and the Sox. And I put this out last night on the Winner Free Pick page before the Yanks exploded for 57 runs late. It was 0-0, I think, in the fifth or sixth inning when I was doing the free pick. Even after that outburst, Yanks are still on a good underrun. I know Boston kind of has Cole's number a little bit. We'll talk about that later on if you want to grab Boston in the 150 or whatever. I still think this is going to be an under kind of game. Yankees kind of beat up on bad pitching. Winskowski, he is what he is. He's nothing special. But the Yanks, again, Pound a really terrible guy. Today, I don't know. The series has gone under. I'm going under the 8.5. We'll see what happens. I get it. It's mid-July, basically. Overs, weather, I get it. I'm still going under here. I'm going under. The Yanks, as good as this offense is, and as good as this team is, it is led by its pitching, and the hitting gets shut down. It does get shut down sometimes. Rockies over. This is the low-hanging fruit, no-brainer game, whatever you want to call it. I don't need my thinking cap. I don't need my thinking cap to go over Keuchel and Gomber, two guys with combined ERAs of 570. I mean, how is Keuchel still pitching? They're talking about expanding Major League Baseball, and this guy is still pitching. How bad are some of these teams? Hi, we need new teams in new places. No, you need to get rid of 6 teams because the pitching is horrendous. What else we got to say here? Gomber is one of the worst in the land. His teammate Marquis is not too far behind him. Keuchel, it's like Kyle Freeland we talk about. 2019, long time ago. It's like dog years over Colorado. And the Dodgers under with the Goose. Cy Young Goose Goslin. We said the other day, he's undefeated 10-0. I said he can go 19-1. Hey, this guy, he might go 22-0. You never know. Under here. And you look at for the Cubbies, and you're going to want to everybody's going to want to run here and bet the Dodgers, right? Oh, it's run line it up. It's -1. What were they on the line? 150 or something. Even the first 5, they're a 1.5 in the first 5. Leiter, if you take out his bad starts back in April, he came in. He didn't look bad in relief. We came in for Mills the other day. It's not terrible to think under here. And again, with this Dodger team, why are we running this is an under offense. I mean, first of all, we mentioned just them as a whole being 20 games over 500 or whatever, and still losing you money betting them on just the money line. But he had the 7 runs in his first outing, and then that's about it. He had 6 runs in a month of June in 12 innings. And his last time, he had 5 innings coming in against Boston, 5+, 3 hits, 1 run. Has not been bad. Again, first outing, 7 runs. That's it. He's given up 16 on the year. Under for me. Again, these are all on Twitter too. If you're on the old Twitter universe, I'm seeing Mr. Sean Higgs are all posted there. Prop side of things, props are ugly. Not as ugly as my giant head. The numbers speak for themselves. There you go. You look at them. 220, 412. Bad. Back to the Astros yesterday. No way the Astros lose yesterday, right? Yeah, that worked out well. I had a run line myself. We're going to come back on the same trio, Pena, Breggy, and Myers, all plus monies. And, again, do you want to run here and bet? I'm sure everybody's going to want to bet the Astros today, minus 300. But I'm going to think that we're going to see some runs. They did score, they had 4 runs last night. It's not like they were totally shut out and stuff like that. But, they took them a while to scrape some runs across, and the pitching wasn't there. But Bubic, the Booby, I'm expecting some runs today. Pena 170. Again, out of 2 hole, not the best, but I can expect a home run from him. You want to get a home run prop for Pena? Sure. Bregman and Myers. The Natties here. Now, with a Don on the hill, we're automatically thinking fade him first 5. He's 0-12-1. We talked about Keuchel being in the majors. 0-12-1 first 5 here. But I'm not telling you to lay 175 on the first 5, so that's not happening. And most of the Philly props were 110s, 120s. I really didn't want to jump into that. Maybe Didi Gregorius 150, but on the Washington side of things, I'll grab Bell in 130. Let's go. For the Yanks, Boston, 2 guys. Again, you're going to have your judges and everything even. That's not what we put out here. My guy Gleber, 155. And Devers got 4 homers lifetime versus Cole. So to grab a 170 there for a ribby. And L.A., Hollywood, and Baltimore. It's a short ticket today with my props. Because sometimes the matchups I don't really love. Arizona, Colorado, a lot of even kind of stuff. Nothing really to run out to, But Angels, I get Trout and Ohtani, 2 guys, power hitters, hitter's park, a pitcher who's, he's all right. I'm not, this ain't Mussina or, good Ben Sheets back in the day here, good Oriole pitcher, right? We're going to have guys going to give up a couple runs. Why not take a 135 and a 150 from a couple cats who could easily go back-to-back? Take care of business right here in the first inning for us. So there is that. And that is that. And that's an actual fact. So into the comments we go. David, first one in here. Good afternoon. Like the Astros run line today. Of course you do. Minus 350. I mean, Pittsburgh first game, White Sox money line. Now, we'll talk about the Astro game. And, I mean, what is the run line on here? 160 or 150? You're laying 150 with a run line?
It actually dropped down to minus 145.
It's come down.
It's come down.
Yeah. No way the Astros lose again. I get it. I had the Astros yesterday minus 125. That's about, maybe 130 I'll go on a run line with a good team, right? Astros are a good team. I can't go to 140, 150 range on a run line. Can't do it. Pittsburgh again, doubleheader. I tend to avoid a doubleheader. And Dave wants to look at him in the first game. After getting, what was the final score last night? They got shut out 15-0. They gave up 2 touchdowns.
I believe it was 16-0. Yeah, I believe they let up 2 grand slams.
Yeah, Judge and Hicks, right? Hicks is like, don't trade for anybody. I could still hit. Him and Gallo homer yesterday. They know they're getting shipped out or DFA'd. Again, doubleheader with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. I'm not. Come on. Dave, this one's for you. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati doubleheader.
Stop it. Get some help.
I mean, please stop it. And the Sox. Where are the White Sox today? Against Detroit with Cease. Again, money line. I'm not ever laying 240. Not happening. First 5 Phillies half run. I pulled this guy up. Phillies first 5 half run is minus 130. Again, a Don O 12-1. There's the Twitter. Go give me a follow. Richie P in the place to be. Richie, what are you smiling at? Hit the like button. Yanks need to stop scoring. Yeah, they were, again, this is what Yankees do. They'll beat up on the bad teams, and then you see them versus good pitching. How'd they do against the Astros? Tough. Against good teams, things come to a crawl because then you see the Yankees for what they are. A bunch of guys hitting 250, 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratios, bunch of homer guys, no station to station kind of play. Nobody's hitting a double, nobody's going first to third. Pittsburgh, a hammering. Boston, this isn't late 90s Yankees, early 2000s where, these games are going to be 12-8 because the lineups are that good and, the pitching was still kind of, I don't know. The unders have been cashing about 50% of the time anyway, all across the board. I like the under tonight with the Yanks. Talk about a crappy day. 4 games in the 9th or extra innings. 7 losses the last 2 games like that. Hey, Mike, I mean, I get it. I mean, you see me, I put the full games out here. I'm a total guy a lot of times on unders. It's painful. It's frustrating for sure. Orioles, Nats, D-backs. So the O's or Lyles. I mean, it's the Angels, right? This is the worst team with and Trout's a Hall of Famer. I don't know. Otani's on his way there. I mean, how bad is this team? How bad this team would be? As bad as they are, how bad would they be without Trout or Otani? It's miserable. No, the pitching. Where's the damn pitching? Nats, you are insane, brother. I love it, though. You're going to spin right off this earth. But, man, Nationals with Joe Don. And the D-backs, I could do the D-backs. As bad as Keuchel is, Gomber, over for me. Only way. I ate baseball too last week. If I don't win, save up for football. Come on. Football's only a month away. Big facts in the house. Royals plus the 2.5. Hey, you know what? It's 2.5 runs, but Bubich numbers. Are you, this guy got 1-5 with a 7 ERA. Keeping it classy. You know how we roll, Lex. You know how we roll. He's pitched a little better. 7 ERA is, it's 4.65 last 12 or last 7. So it's on the way down, I guess, there. Big factor if you look at the Royals. And he's got a nice 6 ERA on the road. So, hey, what can go wrong? Lex, 18-leg parfaits. 9-legger killed by the Astros losing to Kelly yesterday. It's rough. I mean, come on. You go 8-1, you got nothing to show for it. That's the painful part. I want to take the Pirates off that beatdown. I get it. Mike Miners. Yeah, I'm not a Miner guy, so I agree with that. But I like Roji. I mean, again, Miner, Keuchel, Adon. You got guys in here like, what the heck is going on? Get the pen out. Houston doesn't win by more than 1. You want me to get the pen out for that one? So you got Houston losing? Mets in the under, Braves under. I like Yanks and over, but I'm going. I got the under in that Yankee game. Braves in the under with Strider. I could do a Braves under. St. Louis struggling right now. Mets under. Castano Williams. Believe it or not, I sort of like the Marlins there. I like Miami a little bit. He says, hell no, I'm not taking the Astros. You can't take the Astros at 3-something. It's what are you laying one? I can't lay one. I don't want to lay 140, 150 on the wrong line. Yeah, okay, they should win. They shouldn't lose 2 in a row to the Royals. Verlander's pitching great. Still stay away. I meant game 5. Where's your little thing? I got to go back and find you. Oh, they don't win more than 1. You meant to say they don't win more than 5. Ohtani, 2 ribby in play. 2 ribby in 1 play. Ohtani, 2. What is this? 2 ribbies today for Ohtani, 2+. I mean, I like the Ohtani ribby. It's a hitter's park. The guy can hit, and it's the Orioles, which they're overachieving. Yanks run line. Cole's Boston hits Cole a little bit, so there's that. Colorado run line, Gomber. I mean, I know Keuchel's bad. Have you looked at Gomber's numbers lately? Cease has good numbers versus Detroit. Sure. Houston under the 8. I don't know. Not shocked to see like an 8-4 game here today. Maybe, with Houston maybe winning this one 8-4. I'm not loving that under. White Sox under I could do because Detroit is terrible. Arizona, under 8. I don't know what toy is. Game of the year, Arizona, Colorado over. Is that what that is, I guess? Game of the year, probably T above the G. Gomber and Keuchel over, yes. I like Rockies over. Yes, Rockies over. Today is a Nerfy Central. Nerfy Central, he says. Rockies over, absolutely. I want to back Baltimore. Angels seem like the only one when Ohtani pitches. Baltimore is playing more travel for the Angels, Miami to Baltimore. I mean, it's not that crazy travel time, but if you like the Angels, yeah, Ohtani would be the guy to back when he's on the hill. Maybe an overplay here. Run line for the Braves for me there, Miss Danica. Giants game, no run first inning. I could say, yeah, Webb's right. Webb's on the hill today. You got a little Webb action. He's pitched well. Musgrove's been good. Giants finally busted out of their losing streak last night. I still like the ending. Yanks destroyed Boston. They have been in a funk since losing to the Cubs, that's for sure, right? They had a great month. Were they 19-6 or whatever they were in June? Toronto got them a couple. Definitely, but they do hit Cole, though. They have success versus Cole. They scored 15 last night. It's easy to think they're just going to come in and rake today. Yes. No run first inning Dodgers, yes. Leiter's numbers, I mentioned beginning of the show. The guy gave up 7 his first outing, and he's basically given up that since April. So there's that. Yeah, Gosselin, we might see. I mean, there was weren't the Dodgers throwing a no-hitter last night into like the 6th inning, I think? The 6th, 7th inning no-hitter. So, yeah, the goose is loose. Astros game, no run first inning. Houston could hit Bubich, so I can't do a no-run there. Pound and Anthony. Yeah, amazing how great Trout numbers are. And he missed time. Yeah. Yes, he has. And again, everybody's like rating Judge. Judge is going to hit 50, MVP. Trout's numbers are what they are solid. I think after another good Ohtani start, I think you got to start thinking, what can you get an Ohtani MVP number at? And I'm a Yordi guy. I think I'm on the Yordi train because it's a better number than Judge. Trout's. How are Ohtani's numbers aren't?
You gotta start looking at Ohtani. I believe after yesterday's game, he became the first pitcher since Jacob deGrom in 2019 to throw 4 straight starts with no earned runs.
He's 8-4 with a 2.40 ERA. I mean, he's on.
He's
going to strike out 200.
Pitching.
He's going to strike out 200 guys. He's got 200 strikeouts and 30 homers.
He's gonna be part of the Cy Young race as well in a couple days. He's got to be. I know Shane McClanahan and Justin Verlander are tenfold above everybody else, but Ohtani's going to end up being in the conversation soon too.
I mean, if his average gets up to like the 275 range, he's at 260, 259. But again, he's on pace for 30 plus, 100 ribbies, and he's going to win 17 games. with a sub-3 ERA.
Yep.
And that's tough because you're going to have Judge and Alvarez are going to hit 55, 60 homers, driving 130 runs.
Yep.
And then you're going to have a guy like, well, he's a pitcher, like he should let him get Cy. I mean,
he's not good enough for Cy Young at the moment.
No. Again, but you look at it like he's doing. He can't be a Cy Young because he still pitches every 5 days, and his numbers aren't Verlander or McClanahan or
correct,
or James Talley or Cole. Like he's not along those lines. And even the batting, you're like, well, if he's going to hit 260 with 35, you got to give it to Judge or Trout, who's going to hit 270 or 28, or Alvarez. So but it's just the combined nature of it that you had to say.
Yeah, he's insane. Ohtani's definitely insane. That being said, Baltimore run line today +170.
And with last on Ohtani, as much as I want to say let's grab MVP, how do you give an MVP on a guy? Okay, he wins 7. Maybe you do give him the MVP because he's got 16, 17, 18 wins on a team that's winning 60 games. But I don't know. I mean, you got not that I want to give a special award to the guy, but that's value-wise, grabbing Ohtani for poops and giggles. I told you last year grab the Ohtani. How'd that work out at 30-1? I want to take Miami, but Miami's 1-9 as a home dog this year. Well, the good thing is that they're playing in New York, so they're not a home dog. So you got that going on for you there, Michael, if you want to take Miami today. Take them as a road dog. How are they as road dogs? 2 RBI, 1 play in the 5th inning. 2 RBI and 1 play in the 5th inning. How hard is that to do? I mean, in 2-1 home run, you get 2 RBI.
He did that yesterday.
Is that? But I mean, what's the big deal? A lot of guys. I mean, Aaron Judge had 4 RBIs on 1 play yesterday. So did Hicks.
Well, I believe one of Lex's parlays was Ohtani to get an RBI in the first 5 innings.
That was in his 8-teamer, and he lost that. He put that in when he lost on the Astros.
I could be wrong, but I know he had Ohtani in there.
Oh my God! Oh, all right. He just picked like a random big payday, and then the killer is Houston at a $3 fave not winning.
Well, no, he had the first 5, I believe, plus a run, plus a half a run.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so
there you go, free mind. Tim Earl likes the O's today. I kind of would lean to the over there. Mets and Red Sox, Dodgers and Giants, no one first inning. Dodgers, Mets, yes. Red Sox, I'd say no to. Dodgers, yes. Giants, yes. Brio's in the house. What do you say, my guy? Welcome on in. Deaver's out the last 2 games. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at just for the plus money part of it. I mean, sometimes I'll put a guy out, he's not even in the lineup. I saw 170. He's got 4 homers versus Cole. If he plays, wonderful. If not, it's just a scratch. Giants also plus a half for the first 5. I mean, what's that? Even money? You want to grab Webb? He's pitched well. I'm not going to say no to that. They finally won a game, so I could say you could start looking at them. Wayne, Giants and Padres under the 7. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a 6.5 for last night. I still like it under 7. Padres have trouble scoring runs. Musgrove's going to come in here and go 7+, and Webb's pitched well, so I do like the under. Schwarber on fire with homers. Yeah, but Miz, I don't really thought the home run prop that often here. So, and his Ruby prop was not. Again, I looked at maybe Didi was a 150-ish. I think I wrote down there. And again, I don't throw out the -105s, +110ers here for Ribbies. Do I think the Phillies are going to score runs versus Don? Absolutely. Take the over in that game. Angels need to restructure. Trade Trout, not winning with him. I'm sure a team would take him. I'm a Yankee guy. I don't want Trout at 30. Injured. The guy's injury prone. He is what it is. I don't care. He's going. I got to. As a Yankee fan, I got enough guys playing 130 games here. I don't need another guy. So, I would trade him. Would they lose? People go crazy? Possibly. I don't care.
The problem with him is he signed his massive deal, which was 2019. He signed 12 years. So he's 3 years into his 12-year deal. All right, 19, 20, 21. This is his 4th year of a 12-year deal. Say take off parts of that. So a team, if they want to pick up his contract for the last 8 years, you're probably paying him like $300 million. I don't really think there's any teams that are willing to go and do that right now.
Oh, well, yeah, listen. Maybe
that being said, the Yankees
owner
could
might
grab him if they really want him.
Yeah, maybe the owner eats a little bit of it.
Yeah, you got to have an owner that wants to spend money. I can think of an owner that wants to spend money.
You think he'd go for Trout?
No, I think you would go after Soto before you would go after Trout.
You take Trout, you don't have to give up anything. You give up a double-A 26-year-old nobody. Like, I'm taking $300 million. You take what I give you. Like, that's not a that's not a blockbuster. You know, that's not like they're trading Trout and they're getting back like, you know, the number 7 guy overall prospect. No, because you're paying you $300 million. Okay, you're a prospect. I don't know what you got. I don't know who you are. You're probably like NFL, NBA. We'll see how you play out. I can't, you know, it's exactly. Soto, give a haul for Soto because the guy's 23 years old.
Yeah, Trout's 30.
Not 30-year-old guys who've been injured, who get injured every year.
Put Trout on a team that's actually going to win something. Because he's going to have a Hall of Fame freaking career and have 0 playoff wins with this team. I don't think they've reached the playoffs since he started. No. So, no, they should definitely get rid of him. Him and Otani.
Let's see. Judge to win MVP needs to keep this up throughout the season. His Trout's numbers are amazing with missing time. Otani pitching alone is killing it. Yordy's not far from Judge. I'm not so. Yeah, the Judge. I gotta pull this down because it's a lot of stuff. Again, the Judge numbers are good, right? He's having a great year. But the old is he going to get hurt? Because, like Trout, the guy gets hurt and misses games. And I know Yordy gets a lot of the hate because he's a DH. And the Judge numbers are good. I mean, the guy's on pace for 55, 60 homers, 125 ribbies. Maybe the team wins. Could be, hey, he stays healthy. The Yanks somehow stay healthy, and they win 118 games. And I know, like, oh, it's tough. They're going to sit guys and this and that. Well, who the heck are they? I mean, they're going to bench guys, and then you got Joey Gallo. If they don't release him, he comes in, and in September, he's facing some call-up pitchers from AAA. Now, you know, he might hit 202, but I got a sneaky feeling that the guy's going to hit 17 home runs in September if he's facing bad pitching. I mean, he hits terrible pitches. He crushes them. So you're going to bring in guys like that, or Hicks is going to get extended time, or Josh Donaldson, or, hey, I mean, it's not like the bench isn't hitting, but it's not like they're not veteran kind of guys who will, I think, would feast on bad, call-ups, September call-ups. Again, 115 wins. Even the Astros are going to win 100-plus games. And the Trout numbers, I get it. How is he the most I mean, he's so valuable. Yeah, he's so valuable. If he didn't play, instead of winning 70 games, they'd win 55. Is that the argument? You know, when what's his name won, and Andre Dawson or Bell, or was it George Bell, or for Toronto when he hit like 47 homers, he won it, the MVP or something, or Dawson hit it like a bad team. The number was so skewed. Like, no one was hitting 47 homers. Now, if you're hitting 40 homers, 50, there's not – your team's still bad with your good 270 year. I'm 273, 41 homers, 117 hours. Okay, that's great. Well, this other guy, he's got 60 homers, and he's got 8 more RBIs on him. But you know what? His team's better. So, he's not they don't mind pitching to you because a 2-run home run, they're not losing that game. They're not going to lose when Trout hits a 2-run home run because they're already down 6-1. Game's over. They're going to pitch around Judge. They'll pitch. Yordy will get his respect because until the guys behind him start hitting. I get it. Trout's good. I can't. I'm not a Trout guy. He's great. If he's on my team, I'd love him. But he's not on my team, and he's on a team that needs a lot of help. Lyles over strikeouts -140. Lex, I see the big numbers. It's things I don't even look at. I mean, this could be easy money. 6 innings, right? What's he got to go here? 17 strikeouts. All right, 5+. 6 innings. Should he go 6 innings versus the 6 1/3, 7, 6 1/3, 5 1/3, 5, 5, 4 1/3, 6, 7. I mean, he's good for 6 innings. He's gotten 6 innings last 3. And hello, Anaheim. Trout has to be MVP just to be on a crap team this time and put up this. See, I disagree. I think he's on a crap team. So, like, you know what? All right, hit a home run. Don't make a difference. You know, you're losing anyway. Well, you know, it's not like, I mean, let's be honest. They'd walk Bonds with the bases loaded and give up 1 run instead of 3. Because the team was good and they were still like, I don't like his numbers. I think his numbers are, you know, I want to see his numbers first 5. Is he crushing it early, or are these garbage runs? I mean, it's a bad team. Exactly. I mean, why are you MVP? You're making a bad. You're taking a worse team to make it bad. Yeah, I'd like the Yanks to get him. That'd be great. Phillies need him too. That's why I kept saying like Chapman and Gallo to the Phillies. Chapman, Gallo to the Phillies. Benedetti to the Yanks. And somehow they get whatever. I think Benedetti to Padres is what I've been saying. That is the best fit. Unless they put Tatis back in the outfield, what they want to do over there. How much will Ohtani get next year? Trout, Rendon, massive contracts, right? Yeah, Rendon is done. Hurt again. They got to do something.
Rendon is hurt for the rest of the season and then suspended 5 games to start next season.
You know, for the fight, right?
Yeah. I mean, suspended. Yeah, already for next year. He's gone. Bye.
Like, what are they doing with these $30 million contracts? Like, at any point do you think we got to have some kind of pitching? It's great. I mean, listen, you're running home run derby, wonderful. You're just looking to make money because people come to the stands out there every 5 days to see Ohtani play or pitch.
Yeah, they're just not doing anything.
And, I mean, if I'm trading Trout. You can get away with trading Trout because you're like, you know what? You know, we're rebuilding. We want to get into the playoffs. Ohtani's – how old's Ohtani? He's a little younger than Trout, right? Trout is in the Hall if he retires saying, oh, yeah, I'm not saying Trout's not a Hall of Famer. I'm just saying he's not a Hall of Fame playoff guy.
Shohei is 28.
All right. I mean, I guess he's in his prime.
Yep.
Yanks would probably take who? Trout? They better not take Trout. What are they doing? Stop. Please. Please stop. Angels never win because they don't know how to put a pitching staff together. It's horrendous. They have not had pitching since like 2004. When did they go to the World Series? 2004? If Travis on the Yankees, he would have his jersey. If I don't have any Yankee jerseys, by the way, Eric. 0.
I think we have more Yankee stuff than Higgs does. I think Nick has a Yankee.
I don't even have a Yankee hat.
Oh, I don't either. I think Nick has some type of Yankee shirt, and that's about it.
I put on my thinking cap when I go to the lab to cook up my plays.
There you go. I would say even and as me and Nick, we collect jerseys and stuff. If Trout was on the Mets, I would say no, I would not get his jersey. And the main reason why is I'd rather go get the obscure players' jerseys rather than one of the mainstream players. Like, I would rather go out and get like a Lastings Millage Mets jersey before I would get a Mike Trout. Or like a Nick Evans or a Mike Baxter or somebody like that. An Aaron Hellman.
I got a Bill Bates jersey for the Cowboys. And people don't even know what Bill Bates is. Number 40. I got to dig it out. Kenny R says my 3 picks hit today. They will, baby. It's a 3-0 day. Get out the brooms. I could have used these over-unders. Yeah, my OUs have been pretty good. Over-unders have been good on here. Like, 137 and 98. It's about 58, 59%. Not too bad.
By the way, Angels last World Series 2002.
2002 was against the Giants.
Yes, 4-3 against the Giants in 7.
Yeah. Capping and searching for best picks and props is a second full-time job. You got to make it your first job, Lex. You make it your first job, then it's not a job. It's fun. Does he's supposed to go to the outfield? Yep, it's Kim and Abrams, right? I mean, again, Abrams was supposed to be a young stud for these guys anyway, for the Padres.
Did you see that Tatis has the 5th most votes for All-Star game
Yeah.
for shortstop? What are we doing? What are we doing?
People just vote.
It's so stupid. The voting system. So I'm happy that the All-Star game does not matter anymore. Because the voting's so stupid. There's like 7 Blue Jays in there because Blue Jays people vote. There's so many Yankees in there because the Yankee people vote. There's no Mets in the starting thing. Like,
well, let's be. I mean, you got some Yanks. The Yanks are having a couple good years. We're going to put Judge in there.
Oh yeah, of course. But there's some weird players, and like Jazz Chisholm's #1 for second base. I don't know. The whole voting thing is weird. I don't like it.
I remember the old days. You had to go and vote in person. You had a little poke out the little things. Keith is from Jackson. He's probably hanging out at Six Flags Great Adventure. Exit 98, Parkway, Keith. He says, Phil's first 5, bank it over the first 5. I wrote it down why Tim was – I had to get the bust the pen out for the bank it there, Keith. But I agree. Adon is terrible. So the first 5 – what is the first 5? I don't have it in front of me. It's got to be at least 5.5, I'm guessing, right? I'd still
pulling it up.
I'd still say over first 5.
It's 5.5.
I go over.
With Joan give up a dong and falter.
So. Joe give up a dong. I like it. Track and go home to Philly. Really? Philly needs an outfielder. That's why, I mean, Harper's done in the outfield. That's why I keep saying, like, Gallo and Chapman. They need bullpen help. But again, as a Yankee fan, I'm just looking to get rid of Chapman and get something back with Gallo. What are we getting back from the Phillies? It's a perfect fit for the Phillies. They need bullpen. They need an outfielder. Do you like Pittsburgh to win money line today? Doubleheader, Juicy. I'm not a big doubleheader guy. Game 1, though, I like Ronzi a lot. Minor's not a pitcher I like. He's on my fade train. Minor, Keuchel, Gomber, Freeland, Adon, Bubik. There's a lot of guys we don't like. Little plus money, minus 105, 101, whatever it is. Especially losing 16-0. I expect them to come out like, man, we're totally embarrassed. Let's win one for the Gipper type kind of game, I guess. But again, Pittsburgh and the Reds, I mean, these are tough one. Pittsburgh game 1, though, I would lean yes. LT, what about Rodriguez in Detroit? Mental issues. Which one? Rodriguez? What's going on with him in Detroit? What happened? I didn't even hear this. Anybody? Tim? What happened? I gotta flip on Detroit here.
I've got nothing. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know either.
I don't know who. There's like 3 different Rodriguez's on Detroit. So which one's having mental issues? This is new news to us.
I know. I'm pulling up like the. I'm chasing. Oh, he's on. I mean, he's talking Eduardo Rodriguez. He's been out forever. He hasn't pitched in 2 months. I mean, I don't know who else he's talking about. I have a Yanks hat. I'm a Reds fan, but just love baseball hats. I get it. I used to have a lot of baseball hats. Kurt Rambis. I'm talking about the Lakers. We follow a weird trend. Lieber gives up no runs to Braves 4-0, 4-0-5 in the last 5 outings. That the oldies good for a game and bad for a second.
I love. Well, I looked at that this morning when I did it because, he gave up 4 his first start, none his second start, 4 his third start, none, and then 5. I'm like, oh, well, this is another game. He's not going to give up anything.
And sometimes it's, I mean, but you got to go into that as look at the whole team here too, though. So if he's going to give up no runs today, that's fine. That's good. You got to like the under, and St. Louis playing bad. You got to like the under. So I can't take St. Louis. I can take the under though. Jay's on a do not bet list. Yeah, Mariners today. Marco, I was actually gonna bet them. They're minus. I think I got a 130th. I think I saw early on Seattle. Diamondbacks over there at Keuchel. Yeah, 50. Seriously, I said that the other day when It was in Colorado. I'm like, I don't care. This line should be 14-15. I'm going over. It was 12. It was 11-7. Chapman is done. Well, he's off the injured list. He walked a bunch of guys the other day. He's got to work his way back a little bit, which is fine. The Yanks don't need him at the end of the game. They can bring him in when it's 15-0 or whatever, like they do. Eduardo, I have no idea. I mean, he's been out for 2 months, Eduardo Rodriguez. Ton of juice in MLB today, yeah. And let me tell you, Sean, we got a lot of juicers in the house today. There's a lot of love for the juice. People loving taking the Astros minus 330 today, running to the window. Atlanta minus 270, White Sox 250, Dodgers 280. They love that sweet juice. You know what? Everybody loves Kool-Aid. You know what? It's bad for your teeth. You get cavities, and you realize it's crap after you drink it for a while. Mets stink. Outside of Pete, they couldn't score a run versus Cincy. Versus a no-name pitcher for Scherzer. Hey, don't bring the hate. I get it. I had run line that game.
All right, so I guess one game makes a team stink. How about when Cleveland shut out the Yankees or Colorado shut out the Dodgers? Do they stink now? I'm pretty sure a bad team shut out the Astros earlier this year. I guess one game means the team stinks. Yankees stink. They got shut out by Cleveland the other day. That's it. They're done.
We know when people come in, and you know too, Anthony. It's like, how much did this team cost this guy yesterday? Like when that happens. Because I had him. And you see games like that, you're like, what the heck? Like, now I'm not taking the Astros run line yesterday. But you're thinking, I'm taking 250-plus faves. I'll put them in some kind of parlay. You expect them to win. That's why they're a huge fave. It's frustrating. I get it. But the Mets team, though, and I said in here the last week or two, they've been having trouble scoring left and right. They're kind of like they look like they're going to break out a little bit because I'm like, man, maybe I grab a little Lindor MVP. Looks like he's going to kind of bust down, go on a hot streak. Nope. 3 runs, 2 runs, 1 run, 4 runs. And that's why I said Atlanta's coming down. It won't shock me for the sweep, bro. And then all hell's going to break loose in City. It's going to go down. People will be like, what's happening? Oh, my God. Like, right, they were 20-some games over 500. Now you're tied for first place or something. People are going to lose their mind.
No, they're still up 2.5 games. It kind of happened when Mets started going on the out west trip. They went 5-5, and the Braves put together 14 straight wins.
Yeah, but the Braves are playing. Who they got up next? I think the Braves got the Nationals up next. I mean, the Braves are an easy part of their schedule.
Well, no, the Braves are they have the Nationals this weekend, and then they have the Mets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I mean, they sweep the Nets. So they win today and sweep the Nets, which is, I don't say guaranteed, but let's say
it's a lock. Braves are going to sweep everybody, and the Mets are going to end up.
I mean, even if the Braves go 3-1, they'll be 52-35, and the Mets have who are they playing?
We're against Miami in New York. Mets have already taken 5 out of 7 from Miami.
All right, so
I'm not really worried about Miami.
All right, so you want to say Mets win 3 out of 4?
That's fair.
So they'll be 54-32 and 52-35. So it'll be a 2-game lead for that 3-game series.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah. Well, no, it should be 3-1. If Mets take 3 out of 4 and then Braves take 3 out of 4, it still should be 2.5 games, and then we go into the Braves series. We win one of those series, and we guarantee that at the end of the series, we're still in first place. I know, because considering that Memorial Day they're up 10.5 games. No, this is crap. I'm not happy with this, but
yeah, I mean, you're going to get to the end of the month, and you'll be maybe holding on to first or a game back. Eef.
We'll see.
Kurt Rambis jersey. Tim was talking about non-star guys. I got you. Cubs plus 2.5. What is the juice on that, Kenny? Give me the juice number on that. 160, not bad. That's not good. Minus 160. I don't want minus 160. Let's go A's. We got a little athletic love today here. Who's Oakland playing today?
He's an A's fan. He comes in and says that every day. He's an A's fan. And they're playing nobody.
Yeah, they're off today. How do you feel bad for somebody who goes to a foreign country that enforces laws? I mean, okay, weed is legal in the States. Yet you can't pull that in foreign countries. I mean, have you ever seen Locked Up Abroad? They don't care. I mean, like,
Guaranteed if it was an NBA player, he would have already been home by now.
I don't know.
No, I think it would be because I don't think just because it's a WNBA player, the country doesn't care as much. If it was LeBron James over there, the United States would try to be trading people to get him back.
I don't know. I mean, for number one, it's a country we're basically in a quasi war with, so
yeah,
it ain't happening.
Nope.
Over in Yanks, I like the under. Under in the Astros game, yes. Money line, Angels, Rockies, Pirates. Nick, what in God's green earth are we doing? Rockies and the Pirates? I mean, I get Keuchel's bad. Have you looked at Gomber? You see who's pitching for Colorado? And I like the Pirates game one. I do. It's still the Pirates. They lost 16-0 yesterday and brought a second baseman, gave up 10 runs. Are you looking at the bright side? Like, well, they held the Yanks scoreless for 5 innings. How are we betting on? I can't do it. No, I can't sign off on that. I mean, I like Ronzi Contreras. I was high on the run lines for a week in the past days. I barely squeaked by. Jonathan, listen, squeak by. Take a little loss a little bit. It happens. It's every day is a different day. You can't just compound it thinking they're rolling along. It doesn't. I was 40 games over 500. Now I'm under 500. I'm still plus money. You got to ride it out. Win, lose, stick with your numbers. You're going to have highs and lows. Like a Philly Brave Dodger run line parlay. Philly should bang a Don, sure. Bravers, the Bravers. That's my Brave Dodger combo. And I say it like that because one, Leiter, I mentioned Leiter's numbers, not terrible. Take out his first game. He's allowed 8 runs since April. The Dodgers offense, and Gosselin, I love Gosselin. We got Cy Young Gosselins here. We said grab those a while back. The offense still sputters along for LA. Braves, though, yes. I mean, we mentioned, or someone pulled up the Labrador numbers. 4 runs, 0 runs, 5 runs, 0 runs, 4 runs. You know, he's up and down, and today's supposed to be a good start from him. St. Louis as a whole been struggling lately, and Strider's been solid. So, Phillies, yes. No problem with that one. Braves, I throw that run line to about a 70%. Dodgers, I drop that into a 50%. And that's even with the Dodgers being 50-5 to the run line. We saw what happened last night, 2-1, right? Late run there, and the Dodgers run line cost you. And I'm laying, again, this is a parlay, but still it's a 140, 150 kind of range. I don't know. I know it's a parlay, Ryan, and I look at them as all kind of individual straight bets, even though it's a parlay. So I try to think of each game individually. So Phillies, yes. Braves, pretty much yes. Dodgers one, I'm a little iffy on just because, I don't know. I could see this kid coming in here and going 6+, and it'll be the Dodgers had a shutout no-hitter again yesterday going late into the game. This game could be 0-0 going into the 5th, 6th inning, 1-0 or something. Then you're sweating it again with a bullpen that's maybe gives up a garbage run or something. Or it's 1-1 in the 9th and it goes to extra innings and it's a 2-1 win because you get the guy in second and a bunt and a sac fly, game over. The Dodgers one's a tough one. It looks easy, but it's really the toughest one, even with all the numbers stacked in a run line favor for them. Miami first 5 today. I kind of like Miami and the under tomorrow. Definitely, I can do under Miami's most of the time. That's no problem. And this kid hasn't pitched too bad. So, if you want to take first 5 today, Miami plus money, sure. Chase, what do we say? Mets stink. First division without best pitcher. Sure. Come on. He called him a young buck. A lot of times, I said this to Tim. I said in the chat here when he went out to LA and they lost a couple games there. No shame in going out there and losing when you don't have Scherzer or DeGrom. And you're going out facing the Padres were red hot at the time. They're getting good pitching. The Dodgers, still have solid pitching, even though they're not hitting. You go on the road and lose those games. I said that's be a fair Met fan. Be a fair fan of your team and say, it's a tough spot. We're missing some guys. It is what it is. Now, this is the part where they're actually like in a little slump. You're kind of like, man, what's going on here, right? This is the time where you see your team stinks because it's like you're having a couple bad losses. You're like, what the heck's going on here? You know, like the Astro game, like Astros played the Yanks, played, I think, Cleveland, then went down and played like a one standalone game versus the Yankees and came back to Houston. Like just a weird schedule. You should have grabbed a spot there. You should have been able to take a couple games there off of the Astros, you think. But I don't know if they stink. That's a little overreaction, more of somebody losing on, you know. Listen, I had Scherzer on line too. I figured he's going to give up 3, but they'd score 7 themselves. They got to get the guys back. The batting is struggling right now. So if the people in the chat here, Chase, you got people who bet on team, they're going to come in here and scream to high heavens that the team is garbage after they lose a bet on them. And this is a tough patch for the Mets. And I'm fair about my assessment on teams. I mean, we joke about things here, but they got to take care of business here versus scrappy Miami team. And then that Brave series is going to be huge. I wish I was back in Jersey to listen to the old Mike and the Dog show. Well, they haven't been on in 20 years, but man, talk radio is going to be lit up next week, boy, for sure. Our Mets been scared. Richard, again, I was just saying, you know, they got no turnaround. They got too many good guys there to keep struggling. They're in a little rough patch. We saw how good they were to start the year, right? They were rolling along, beating everybody. Bats were going. Pitching was feeding off of one another. You got to get that back. Scherzer's got to, you know, he did his part. It'll carry over. You know, again, McGill, forget about Scherzer out. McGill's been out. You know, I mean, he was pretty solid, that kid. I want to sweep the Braves. Yeah, that ain't happening. If the Braves are plus money in those games, I'm taking the Braves every game.
There is zero chance the Braves are going to be plus money. They're at home.
Oh, the Braves are. I thought it was.
It's going to be in Atlanta.
Oh, it's in Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah, so, it's in Atlanta. Zero chance that the Mets will be dogs every game.
All right. I didn't know where. I thought it was in. I thought it was in New York. KC and the Sunshine Band. You want to take a 290 versus Verlander? No way the Astros lose again. That's a big sack play right there, Fremont. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking Houston either. Comparing anyone to Mets to other teams in their position, and only Pete is better. Mets started off red hot, but now they've come back to realize the season has gone long. Yeah, but I mean, listen, I think Lindor's a good player. Has he performed up to the task yet? No, he was early, and then he's like everybody else. They've kind of cooled down. They got to get, and that's listen. Even as bettors, we know it's kind of streaky.
Yeah.
And they definitely got to hit a little. I mean, I like McNeil. You know, Cano's pretty solid. Marte's decent. You like any team, like we could say. You talk about the Mets starting out red hot. Let's look at the Yankee lineup. Who are you besides Judge? Who are you taking over anybody else on any other team? Nobody. As much as I love LeMahieu, the guy's hitting 250 this year. You know? Yeah. I mean. So it's kind of like as one goes, so does everybody else. They were hot. You're not going to play. It's like the Yankees, right? They're on pace for 120-something wins, and yet I can go bet them here at BetMGM over 107 wins. They're on pace for 17 more wins than what they're listed for.
Yeah.
Is that going to continue? I mean, that's the whole thing. Guys are going to get hot, but, you know, no, and that thing with, like, I'll just mention the Yanks. These guys aren't even hitting yet, and they're still playing 700 ball. One guy's hitting. Like the Mets, nobody's hitting. When they were hitting, they were playing 650, 700 ball. Like, you know, it's streaky.
It's all streaky.
I don't look at it that way. And I'm not a Met guy. But you got to be a little fair there, man. Come on.
I still think the Mets have 5 All-Stars on their team. Like, not starters, but players that are going to make the All-Star game. Alonso, McNeil, Lindor, Edwin Diaz in the closing role, and maybe even Tajon Walker or Brandon Nimmo. Like, I believe that the Mets have a bunch of all-stars on their team.
We got a minute left to the show. Thanks for the update.
Have fun. Oh, yeah, 3 minutes left. 3-minute warning, 3 minutes.
Braves and under, yes. Dodgers and under. Yeah, I can't lay that huge number, though, Mark, on that. Yanks and under. Okay. More Dom Smith and more hits. What happened to Dom Smith? High prospect. I'm going to race through these because I got a minute left here. It's called the middle of the season. Teams cool, teams heat up. So where the A's money ball at? Of the A's. Enough with the A's, JoJo. Come on. Rays run line tomorrow. That's tomorrow. I got to look. I said Joey Chestnut under. I don't know what Tim had.
I had the over. No.
Always play. The plays are up in the chat there, John Cena. Or is this you want more play for Dom Smith? My banker for today, the Dodgers in the under. Under for sure. Under for sure. I can't tell you to lay down 260 though there, Marco. But listen, we got to roll out of here. Fast, abbreviated end. Allie Burns up next. Stick around. Bye-bye.